Namaste children, I am Hari Prasad, your chemistry teacher. Children, let us proceed with the next question in chemical bonding chapter. Now, the type of bonding in gases, okay, which can produce a compound that contains all three types of bonds. Children, which are the gases that can produce a compound that contains all three types of bonds? It is, which one children? It is ammonia and HCl. So these two will produce ammonium chloride. Children, we have already seen that ammonium chloride is the one which contains all three types of bonds. Now in this question, these two are producing ammonium chloride, right? These two has what type of bonds? Children, nitrogen is a non-metal, hydrogen is a non-metal. Obviously it is a covalent bond. Similarly, hydrogen and chlorine both are non-metals, covalent bond. But in covalent bond we have two types, polar and non-polar. Now, out of nitrogen and hydrogen, nitrogen is more electronegative, so shared pair of electrons will be closer towards what? Nitrogen. So the type of bond present between these two will be, because the shared pair of electrons is not distributed equally, so it is polar covalent bond. Similarly, in case of HCl, the shared pair of electrons will be closer towards chlorine, okay, so the shared pair of electrons are not distributed equally. So here also we have what bond, children? Polar covalent bond, okay. So both of them have polar covalent bond. Do we have this option where yes, it is option A. Is it clear, children? Okay children, let us proceed with the next question. The type of bond formed between proton and a solvent in the pure state does not conduct electricity. Children, proton is nothing but what, children? It is H plus. How, children? Electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. After it loses one electron, which is indicated as plus, it is left out with only proton. Proton is nothing but H plus. Okay, so which is the solvent in the pure state that does not conduct electricity? Children, obviously it is what? Water. See, water in the pure state does not conduct electricity. That's why we do electrolysis of what water? Acidified water. Now children, between water and H plus, they are asking what is the type of bond present. Children, we all know that H plus does not have any electron. See, when we write the electronic configuration of oxygen, it is 2, 6, okay. So, one electron, hydrogen, its electron, hydrogen, its electron. So, hydrogen has attained duplet, this hydrogen has attained duplet. Now, still, oxygen has got 2 pairs of electrons which is not using it. So, oxygen is telling to H plus, don't worry H plus, for forming a bond between we both, we require 2 electrons. I will only give both the electrons. Who is telling this? Oxygen. So, it forms a bond that is H3O plus. So, just because oxygen only has given both the electrons for sharing, it is called as donor, and hydrogen is called as what, sir? Acceptor. So, how do you know that? See, if it is a bond like this, line means it's a covalent bond. So, coordinate bond is indicated like this. Oxygen is an arrow mark. Oxygen is a donor, hydrogen is a acceptor. Okay, this is nothing but what, children? Your hydronium ion. So the type of bond formed is what, children? It is coordinate bond. Do we have this option? Yes, it is option A, dative bond. Is it clear, children? Okay children, let us proceed with the next question. The type of bonding present in hydrated H plus. Children, what is the meaning of a hydrated H plus? Hydration means water. Hydrated H plus means along with H plus we have a water. When we have a water along with H plus, that is nothing but what, children? What ion? Hydronium ion. Children, in the previous question we have seen this one, right? See, this hydrogen has given 1 electron and oxygen has given 1 electron. Oxygen has given 1 electron, hydrogen has given 1 electron. So both the hydrogens have attained what structure, children? Duplet structure. And the central oxygen atom has attained what structure, children? What? Octet. Now common sense says that both of them have given 1 electrons for sharing. It is covalent bond. It is covalent bond. But out of oxygen and hydrogen, who is more electronegative? Oxygen. So that's why the type of bond present between these two is polar covalent bond. And between H2O and H plus, we have already seen in the last question, the type of bond is coordinate. So altogether in H3O plus, we have a polar covalent bond and what, children? Coordinate bond. Do we have this option? Ionic? No. Covalent and dative? No. Polar and dative? Yes. This is the correct answer. Is it clear, children? Okay, children, let us proceed with question number 27. An element having 17 protons will combine with the element of the same period having dash valence electrons. Children, which is the element that is having 17 protons? Obviously, it is what, children? Chlorine, whose electronic configuration is 287. Common sense says that what is the valency of Cl? It is -1. Why -1? Minus indicates gain of electron. After gaining 1, it will become 8. That is nothing but octet. It is stable. Now, children, this chlorine atom will combine with the element having a dash valence electrons in the same period. Now, 3 valence electrons. Which element is that? It is, which one, children? Aluminium, right? And 2 valence electrons. Which one is that? Magnesium. And 7 valence electrons, which one is that? It is same, what? Chlorine only. Now, children, we all know that valency of aluminum is what? 3 plus, Mg is 2 plus Cl. We have already written. Now, this chlorine atom that is having a 17 protons will combine with this fellow or this fellow or this fellow or all the three. Which one, children? Children, common sense says that aluminum will combine with chlorine to form what, children? AlCl3. How did you get that? Cross the valencies. 3 will come where? Yes, I have written here. 3 will come here and 1 will come here. Crisscross. It is AlCl3. And magnesium will combine with chlorine to produce what, children? MgCl2. How, sir? 2 will come here and 1 will come here. Cross the valencies. Then, will Cl combine with Cl again? Yes, definitely. Because this is the type of bond present between these two is what, children? Covalent bond. So, this element having 17 protons will combine with what, children? All the three. So, the answer is option D. Is it clear, children? Okay, children, let us proceed with next question. Which of the following is not a common feature of covalent compounds? Children, we all know that covalent compounds, first one, exist as a soft solids. Yes, definitely liquids are gases. We have already seen that one. And covalent compounds are volatile, right? What is the meaning of volatile? Suppose if you take castor oil and petrol, which will change the state easily? Petrol. So petrol is volatile. Children, definitely covalent compounds are volatile and has a low melting point and as well as what, children? Boiling point also. We'll see the third option. Non-polar covalent compounds are soluble in organic solvent. Definitely organic solvent is nothing but non-polar, right? Solvents. Right, children? All these three are matching. Let us proceed with the fourth one. Polar covalent compounds does not conduct electricity. Yeah, I think this is wrong here because which are the polar covalent compounds? HCl, ammonia, right? These compounds will conduct electricity, no? When they will conduct electricity? So when they are dissolved in water, because when they dissolve in water, they produce what, children? Positive and negative ions. That is, in this case, hydronium and chloride ion. In this case, ammonium and OH minus ion. So the one which is not a common feature of covalent compounds is which one, children? It is option D. Is it clear, children? Okay, children, let us proceed with the next question. Which of the following is not a common feature of ionic compounds, right? We'll see the options. Children, before we see the option, example of an ionic compound in your kitchen? Yes, you are right. Sodium chloride. Now, is sodium chloride soluble in water? Definitely, yes. It is correct. Now, non-volatile and has high melting point and boiling point? Yes, they have a high melting point and boiling point. Now, can you expect the sodium chloride to conduct electricity in molten and aqueous state? Yes, because In molten and aqueous state, it has what, children? Ions, which is responsible for conduction of electric current. Now, let us see the fourth one. Do not exist as hard crystalline solid. Children, everybody has seen sodium chloride in your kitchen. It is a hard crystalline solid. No, it is shining when you see in the sunlight. Yes, this is the one is not a common feature of ionic compounds, because we all know that ionic compounds exist as hard crystalline solid. Is it clear, children? Children, hope you have understood all the questions what I have discussed. Okay, children, thank you. Namaste.